Every time that my mind slip, I just see my past life. Having dreams in a dream, I wonder why I carried on with the things that made you lose your...
Good morning, everyone. My name is Chrissy. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. Please hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so that you're notified every time I post. Follow me on Instagram at everyday_tidbits. I would love for you to be a part of my YouTube and Instagram family. I just woke up, so please excuse how gross I look and my voice and all that jazz. I have a headache, but it's not raining out. You can see the sun behind me. I have a headache because I'm hungover from pain medicine that I was given by the endodontist for a procedure that I had done yesterday. And I don't like taking pain medicine, but like right before I went to bed and everything wore off. Like they gave me 600 milligrams of ibuprofen and I was pretty numbed up yesterday after the procedure. But when it wore off, the devil was in my mouth. It hurt. So I had to take the medicine. And I thought it would help me. I thought it would help me sleep by making the pain go away and like relaxing me and whatnot. But it was so weird. Coronavirus! Just kidding. It's allergies. It had quite the opposite effect once I took they gave me Tylenol 3. It actually kept me up until after 1 a.m. So I was watching TV and then I came up to my bed, and then once I laid in my bed, I was still wide awake. So I don't know. It had the opposite effect. So it is almost 10 o'clock. I made myself get up. I don't sleep this late. I have stuff to do. I have to be in work tomorrow at 5 a.m. instead of 7. So I need to get my day rolling. So I came downstairs. I'm having coffee. My daughter's still upstairs. I do hear her stirring though, so she should be down momentarily. But it has been a week. It has been a week. What a stressful week. We started out the week with at work. We have new software for the computers, new charting software. And I'm sure that once I get used to it, once the rest of us gets used to it and all the glitches are ironed out, it's going to be fabulous. Because like everything else, it's like teaching an old dog a new trick. And sometimes it's not the easiest, but once we get the hang of it, we're okay. And I am an old dog. So I went from doing paper charts to EPCR stuff at work, and then which I resisted, and then it turns out that I can do a chart like that now with that program. But now, we have new software, so we have to learn new software, and it's been a week. It's been a stressful week. It's been a stressful year. We lost our job. We had to find a new job. We have to learn all new things, all new equipment. I've been plucked out of a familiar area and put into a new area that I work at that I have to learn. I don't know the streets. I don't know the people. I don't know, I'm learning a new monitor. I'm learning new software. So it's been stressful. It's been a stressful week. On top of that, my beautiful respirator snapped in 2 places the other day. One time it snapped right before walking into a job, and then it broke completely right before walking into a job where we were told that this woman possibly had symptoms of COVID. Possibly. And can you imagine the fear and complete defeat that came over me at that moment? I almost cried. It was such a horrible day, and that's just been my week. So if I remember, I will show you a picture right here of what the mask looked like when it snapped apart. And it was an emotional day because on top of learning the new software, my mask broke And I felt helpless. I felt completely helpless. But like I said, I'm blessed at this job. I'm blessed because I called I called a supervisor, and right away, he drove to where I was, and he gave me 2 paper N95s, which are good to use. They are, because if you use that and then you double up with a surgical mask, you're okay. So he brought me immediately the masks that to protect me, and then he made sure that he hunted down in the system where he could find me a new P100, and he found it. And by the end of the day, it was dropped off at my office. So I do have a new one, and that makes me feel better. So I just love this. I love this company that I work for, and I wish I could tell you, but I'm not gonna disclose where I work. But they're fantastic. They're fantastic, and so that made me feel better. So then, not only the work stuff. This week was a new school orientation for my daughter, and she's starting a new school this year. So everything's virtual, and it's stressful because, you know, she has to learn a new school and new teachers and new hallways and new classes and new ways of doing things, because they're doing switching classes this year. Last year they only switched for like 1 or 2 classes, but this year every subject. So she has to learn the whole school, the whole layout of the school. So they don't have an in-person orientation like in the past. So we had a virtual orientation where the principal was, you know, giving us slides of the school and the procedures and how classes are going to work, how virtual is going to work. And it went well. And I sat there taking notes like an old dog. I'm taking notes. And my daughter's just like, this is boring. When is this going to be over? But I'm just like meticulously taking notes so that I know the way things are working, so that I can guide her. Because as you can imagine, it is extremely stressful as a parent that works full time to have the kids virtually learning at home and having to get on the bus and worry about childcare. And I am lucky and very fortunate that I have people that can help me. I have my mom, my stepfather, my neighbor if needed, but it's stressful because look at this schedule. Look at this schedule. You know, everything in green is the in-school class, and then everything in blue in here, she has CCD once a week starting in mid-September. So she has to do virtual learning, in-class learning, and then virtual learning for CCD on top of it. And then on top of that, I registered for a class a month to get CEUs for my paramedic certification. So one of the weekends in the end of September, I have a class all day Saturday and Sunday. So it's been a stressful load, man. It's been a stressful load on top of me. I can't imagine for these kids. I don't think they realize the reality that's about to hit them. And then the parents will have to deal with our stress on top of theirs. And we're in for a rude awakening. It's coming. It's coming soon. But yeah, so on top of work stuff, school stuff, CCD, I had to go into the dentist and have a root canal revision done on my tooth up here. History back is that I am a stress clencher. I don't have cavities. I've had 1 cavity in my entire life. And the tooth back there, I didn't even get my problems from a cavity. Like, I am a stress clencher. When I'm under stress, I clench my teeth. I catch myself doing it. I mostly do it in my sleep. And 9 years ago, I stress clenched in my sleep and I broke my molar. Can you imagine the horror of waking up and then having a broken molar in your mouth? It was horrendous and it was painful. And I panicked. I called out of work, went to an oral surgeon because my dentist was not available, and was told that they couldn't do anything for me that day. I was panicking, but eventually I had a root canal and a crown put on that tooth. They repaired it, but that was 9 years ago. So for the past 3 years or so, I've been having a lot of sensitivity up there. My gums are fine. They're not receding. I don't have any cavities. They did x-rays. They can't find the problem. But cold in that area, I will jump through my skin. It's terrible. So I was referred to an endodontist. I went to the endodontist and they took a CT scan, like a 3D scan of my mouth. It was pretty freaking cool. But they took this 3D CT scan of my mouth and they discovered a 4th root. Usually a tooth has 3 roots, but I was told that there was a 4th root in there. And there were some calcifications which caused a little bit of infection. That's gross, I know, but it's disgusting to know that you have some pathology going on in there and there's nothing you can do about it, and you've been telling the dentist for years that something's going on. You know your mouth, something's going on in there, and they can't figure it out. So the endodontist figured it out. I had a minor infection from calcification and a 4th root in my tooth that was causing all the sensitivity. Because when they do a root canal, they take the teeth out. You shouldn't feel any pain. You shouldn't feel anything. But I was still feeling it. So 9 years later, yesterday when I went to the endodontist, he drilled into the crown and he took the 4th root out and cleaned up all the calcifications and put a temporary filling in. This was another stressful thing for me because I was quoted $180 for what my insurance wouldn't cover. My balance would be $180. So at the end of the procedure, I owed $280 something, and I was like, "What? No! You said it was going to be $180. That's like $100 more than what I was quoted." And she said, "No, we had a range, and then we didn't know if it was going to be calcified or not when we got in there." And I was like, "Whoa! I call BS, man. That's like a bait and switch situation." I was also told that they were going to go in through the side, like a surgery kind of thing, but they went in through the top of the tooth, which is a way to save the tooth. But I'm not stupid. I know that my dentist is going to tell me that they made a big enough hole that they're going to have to replace the crown. I'm waiting for it. I'm bracing for it. So when I went in for the appointment, it was $270 for the scan because that's not covered under insurance. $280 yesterday for, the procedure, and then I have to go back to my dentist to have the permanent filling put in, and she's gonna tell me, I know it, she's gonna tell me that I need a new crown. They are very expensive, so I am just, healthcare is expensive, man, but thank the Lord Jesus in heaven for insurance, because if we didn't have insurance, I would have not gotten this procedure done at all. I mean, and I'm fortunate enough that I can pay for it, but it just definitely puts a dent in my pocket because I wanted to start looking for a new car, and I have back to school shopping to do for my kid, and it's getting expensive. I promised her today that I would take her to buy a new mirror for her room, and I'm just stressed out. But on top of when I was actually there for the appointment, I was so anxious, and I was literally they're doing this procedure and the tears are pouring out of my eyes. They're pouring out of my eyes. I just couldn't help it. I was anxious and I was crying, and the girl kept saying, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" She's blotting my tears, handing me tissues. I'm snorting and snotting, and this guy's in my mouth. He was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful doctor. His voice was calming, he was soothing, he was gentle, he was explaining to me everything he was doing. It was a pleasant experience for what it was. But the whole time I was anxious about it. I don't like needles. Believe it or not, I'm a paramedic and I hate needles. My anxiety was through the roof. And what sucked about that is that I'm thinking I'm there by myself, I'm going home by myself. No one to give me a hug and say it's okay. No one to drive me home. No one to So this brings me to my next point. Why am I single? Why am I single? I have not found anyone who is worth my time, basically. And that sounds rude and condescending and a little high horse, but my thing is that I lost my husband 9 years ago. I lost my husband. He passed away 9 years ago. And since then, I have been building myself up. I've been building myself up to a place where I can be in a place where I'm proud of who I am, how far I've come, what I've accomplished and how I'm living my life. I feel like I'm a good mom. I feel like I take good care of my kid. And I feel like I keep my house and I go to work. And I feel like I'm doing okay. So anybody that I let into my life has to be pretty fantastic to be able to compliment what I have achieved since my husband passed away. And someone who is going to compliment me and not take away from any of it. I am not a sugar mama, and I have met guys who have treated me that way. I'm not a sugar mama. I'm not going to take care of you. I'm not your mom. So I've met guys who've had mommy issues, daddy issues, parents issues. I mean, I'm fortunate enough that I have both of my parents, and they're both fantastic, and they both are giving and loving parents and involved in my life, you know, like. But I have met guys that have parents problems, so they're looking for a mommy. Like, I'm not a mommy. I'm not a sugar mommy. I'm not a mommy. I have one child to take care of, and it's not you. So if you're coming at me, you better have a job. You better have your own place. You better have a life of your own. That's all there is to it. And know and appreciate that I'm a mother and I have a child, and she comes first. So with that being said, I have dated guys in the past that just are too clingy. I don't need you up my butt 24 hours a day. I have my own life. I have to work. I have my kid. She has commitments. I have to take care of that. I have to take care of my house. And I've been working out, so I have to take care of myself. So if you have problems and issues, we all do. And I'm not discounting anyone's problems or issues. I have them too. Just know that I can't fix your problems. I can't fix your problems. You cannot fix mine. So I'm just looking for someone to hang out with, to do things with, to go places with, to be spontaneous with. I don't want to be always the giver, and that seems to be what I'm finding is I'm always the giver. I'll cook for you, I'll take care of you, my wallet comes out at dinner, and most of the time I'm paying for it, and I'm done. I am done. Another thing I'm finding with men today is that I can't even call them men. They're little boys. They're acting like little freaking teenage boys. Don't touch someone unless you ask. Do not randomly walk past me and grab my ass. Do not, just don't. It's not fun, especially if you're taken, if you have a girlfriend or a wife or whatever. It's not cool to do that. And it's not cool to pop up in my inbox or in my Snapchat with perverted, disgusting, suggestive messages, because a woman who has any self-respect doesn't want to discuss that, doesn't want to talk about that with you randomly. Like, it's just, there's a time and a place for that, and coming at me with that as a way to charm me is not going to work, because I'm a mature adult, and sexual suggestive messages and naked pictures of yourself is not, it's not fun, it's not cool, and it's not sexy, it's not cute, it's gross. It's gross. And I seriously think that men forgot how to court women. I do. I think they forgot. They forgot how to say, let's go out to dinner, or let me take you somewhere. Let's hang out and go somewhere. Not come to your house and snuggle and watch movies, or just snuggle. Like, we're not stupid, guys. We're not stupid. We know what it means when you say come over and snuggle. It's dumb. Don't do it. We're not stupid, and you're an idiot. Basically, you're an idiot. So that's the pool of fish that I'm finding right now. They're pretty much bottom-sucking fish and garbage cleaners. So when I find myself a beautiful marlin or a beautiful, big, beautiful fish that has a job and a life and a place of their own that can say to me one day, why don't I cook dinner for you? I think I might fall off my feet. I think I might fall off my feet if that ever came to me and say, why don't I cook dinner for you? What? What? Yeah. So, anyway, I'm going to end this video here, and I'm going to drink my coffee. My daughter should be coming down from sleep any minute, and I'm going to make her breakfast. We're going to plan out the day. I'm probably going to take her to buy a mirror for her room, and then maybe make a part 2 and show you our decorations that we put out so far. It is September, but it's spooky time. It's spooky time. Yes, I'm weird, I know. I love the fall. I couldn't wait. All of our fall decorations are going up, and I just have to get stuff ready for work tomorrow because I have to be in at 5 a.m. And yeah. So anyway, I hope everyone's being safe. Wash your hands, don't touch your face, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit the bell notification so you can be notified every time I post, and follow me on Instagram. And I will talk to you on the next one, guys. Bye.